guys. I hate alright guys. Why do I always start off the video like that? Yo everyone, welcome back to the channel. Dwoodog here. As you know, our latest videos and the one you're about to watch and the several other parts are me building a little cabinet around some old scrap drawers I had. I'm not making this video, this whole thing, like 15 minutes. It's going to be split up into about 6-7 parts, probably about 7 parts easily. And it's just to bring you along to see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what it looks like to see somebody who is at novice level making a simple, I would call like high school project. I haven't been out here a lot doing stuff with wood, so I'm just a guy that, you know, he's got a couple of wood tools and some wood and a little bit of know-how and a lot of YouTube videos to watch. But hopefully you'll follow along, get some entertainment out of it. Like I said, each of these videos, 6 or 7 or 8 of them, are probably around half hour, 25 minutes each, give or take. So I know they're kind of long, but I like the longer videos. I don't want to just put a video on and then in 10 minutes it's over and it's like, oh well, that was cool. Barely even had 3 sips of my coffee and the video's over. But then again, I'm not making these all one video and having a 2-hour video. Nobody's going to sit for 2 hours and watch anything. I'm not. So, you know, to the other YouTube guys that make 2-hour videos, they're too long. Especially like, you know, for instance, Wrangler Star does these like 2-hour live streams. I can maybe watch them for half hour, 45 minutes at the most, and then I just get bored. I just get bored of watching him yabbling in front of the camera about everything under the sun. I mean, I like the guy and he makes great videos, but that's, you know, I can only take so long of him just sitting there in front of the camera yabbling on. No offense if he ever watches this video, he never will. But that's it. So I'm just giving you a heads up on what you're about to expect. I'm going to try to upload all of these in order so that they're all part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. I'll do my best. I'm also using Final Cut Pro now, which is new to me. So this is, the learning curve on that is just naturally taking longer than it did with iMovie. But wow man, when you get the hang of Final Cut Pro, you can sure do a lot with that thing. That thing is overwhelming. All the plugins, I don't have any plugins, I just got simply what it comes with. I'm kind of a cheap ass. I might get some plugins down the road if I really think I require them. As far as its kind of companion that everybody has, Final Cut Pro and Apple Motion or whatever it's called. Right now Apple Motion or like I said, whatever it's called, that's way above my head, man. I don't even have a 1/10 of Final Cut Pro mastered yet, so let's do one thing at a time, man. One thing at a time. Alright, enjoy the videos. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. It helps me out to get this. I'm not so worried about getting the channel really going big. It just gives me some encouragement to make more videos that, you know, somebody's watching them and somebody's getting something out of them. You know how it is. But thanks a lot, guys. We'll leave it at this for now. Enjoy the videos. Well, good day, guys. What's today? I took a hiatus yesterday from working on the little shelf thing. Today is November 17th, Friday, the 2023. I got stuff to do today, so I'm only going to be out here for a couple hours messing around with this. But we got to put the drawer slides in, and we got to kind of measure it up so we get the drawer spacing right. We'll probably cut some little wood spacers just to make it easier than trying to hold it up in the air and do it. But let's get started. It's chilly in here too. Got to turn the heater on. Whew. Yeah, it is cold. How cold is it in here? Looks like about 2 degrees or so. Yeah, that's cold. Let's turn the heater on. Alright, sorry about the heater fan noise, guys, but it's too cold to work without the heater on in here. And that thing doesn't get hot right away, so it takes a few minutes. So here's where we left off. We got the bottom rails in. I always contemplated if they're too big or not, but you know, I want to make sure I build this thing heavy duty enough, not with just some little wussy, you know, half-inch by half-inch shelf rails. And I'm not buying metal drawer slides. If nothing else, it's already too late because I've made the cabinet dimensions too tight. You couldn't get drawer slides in there now. But this will work good. This will work good. We'll probably measure it up for the top shelf next. I think one thing I could do is I could just use some spacers and put the top shelf in and just use a clamp. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, let me just turn this camera off, get a little bit more set up here, and we'll get started. Alright, you want to see Pro-Ho? If you watch Wrangler Star, you'll know that Pro-Ho means professional homeowner. I think I'm more like novice homeowner. But if you want to see me struggling, you're in for a good show. I got to lift the shelf up and hold this up and put a clamp on it all at the same friggin' time. Let's see what we can do here. Let's maybe start with a clamp first. Probably be easier if I put this on the floor or something, but I should be able to get her done. There we go. That was a good burp. So that was nice and these are not going to stay there, they're just spacers. A little bit more. There we go. Back one on. Now when you're working by yourself, clamps are your best friend. Alright, so now what we do is get our rails along the bottom here. And you can see there's only, you know, there's like no room there, and there's only can't even get my finger in there, so I'm past the point of being able to put drawer slides on, unless maybe I put those little white ones on the bottom. That might work, but I don't know. But I don't think that would be heavy duty enough for holding up a bit, maybe 10-15 pounds of crap in the drawer. But this will do. It's, you know, I'm doing it on the cheap here. I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on this little project. Alright, and then these here go on either side of the bottom to actually run the drawer along. So this is where we need the glue and stuff, and a couple clamps and crap again. And I think we can do that. Probably wouldn't hurt to warm the glue up a bit. So we'll put the glue in front of the heater for a moment or two, and we'll use the vice grips just to kind of hold it up. There you go. We'll let that heat up for about 2 minutes. Now we'll let that heat up for about 2 minutes. So that's all I'm doing, just putting it in front of the fan to heat up. Oh, come on, man. Stupid advertisements. I want the clock. There we go. It's 12:26. Drinking the pot. Not a sponsor. I'm just wasting time right now until my glue heats up. This bottle of oil here, it's brand new, never been opened. It's probably about 35 to 40 years old. I don't even know if it's any good anymore. Let's do a shop tour. Certainly it's colder in here. I need a heater in here. I should have ran a 240 volt outlet to in here as well for a heater. I wasn't really thinking ahead. I can just use a little 120 volt space heater, I suppose. Just got to one thing I got to do is on the door, I got to put a little reminder notice to turn off lights, grab my keys, heaters, because I always forget one of those. There's a big pile of wood there, which is just scrap garbage. Well, it's not garbage, it's scrap. Cut-offs. Okay, my glue's probably heated up. Let's get it gluing. Lots of glue on there. Surprising how fast you go through glue when you start using it. I need a little something to use as a glue spreader one of these days, man. Let's use my finger for now. Finger off. Shit. Lucky handling, dump with glue on it. almost good. This side here. There you go. Wooden top. Alright. Alright. Guess I could put some screws in it now and take the clamps off, eh? Should I? No, why not? Alright, I'm going to stop the camera again because I don't want to waste the battery, and it just leads to dead air, and I got to edit it all out anyway, so I'll bring you back when I get the screwdrivers and find my screws. Alright, so let's hit it with the pin nailer, and we'll put some pin nails in that thing so we can take the clamps off. Got to measure it first so I get the, so when I'm going across with the pin nailer, I don't go too high or too low. Alright, so we're about 7 1/4 will be good. 7 1/4, yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, same on the other side. Good. Bring it around the other side so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. By the way, this is the DeWalt 18 gauge brad nailer. Now we can take the clamps off because we've got brad nails in there holding it, so let's get those clamps off. You know, it does take your time to pay and go slow, not be in a rush, you know. You know, the time to come out here and do this is not when, you know, you're waiting for the wife to get ready because you got to drive her somewhere and you've got half an hour and you're like, oh, I'll rip out to the shop and put a shelf or two in my little cabinet thing. Make sure that you don't have anything else to do. Nobody's going to be bugging you. And you've got lots of time to muck around and do this kind of stuff. I mean, I wish it was warmer out. I mean, it was -2 when we got in here. We've been in here about maybe half hour barely. We're up to 2, 4, 6. No, it was +2 when we got in here, but we're up to +6 now. Got to stop and warm my hands up periodically. It's nice and sunny out, but it's cold. I'll tell you another thing too. These medium-sized clamps, uber handy, man. Even these little ones are handy. Alright. Let's get the drawer out of there. Back in, and then we'll figure out the spacing on our middle one, because I want lots of space in the middle one, so I can put bigger stuff in the bottom that not just the height of the drawer, how deep it is or how much room it has, but higher stuff too, like if you want to put your skill saw in there, you know. Alright, well, it turns out we're not going to have as much room as I thought, because we still got to put the other slider in, which may just fit. It may just fit. So let's get it in, see what's going on. I'll move you again here. Let's see if our slider fits. If nothing else, we'll just trim it down in a milli or two. It probably will though, I bet. Yeah, it does. But don't forget, it can't be resting right on here though. It's got to have a little bit of space. So we may have to cut it a little bit. Probably should have cut this one a little bit too to make it a little bit thinner. But that's okay. And maybe thinner ones on the bottom. But hey, it's a learning curve, man. It's a learning curve. You know, when we're working with such a tight tolerance here on how much we're taking off, we got to take the we got to take this thing off because it's just not gonna work for us. We'll put the riving knife back in. Okay. Oh, this comes off pretty easy. Alright. Boy, does a new blade ever make a big difference, man. I was using the old blade that came with the saw. You know, kind of like the get you going blade. What a lump of dump. I bought a DeWalt blade. Oh, 1,000 times better. My next move will be up in that game and getting a Diablo blade. I don't do as much cross-cutting, I do mostly ripping. So, probably buy a Diablo combination blade. I remember back in the day when the old man had a table saw. It's pretty much what he always used, combination blades. Alright. Dust out of here. Alright. There we go. You only just want a little bit of the blade poking through. Not much. Alright. We are. We're at 1.5. Let's make it 1.25. Gonna need the push stick for this one, boys. This is a shitty push stick, but oh well. If I have another piece to use, I can probably just use the original piece. Getting low on battery. I need to take a little bit more off, guys. Just a bit, maybe bring it from an inch and a quarter to an inch. Okay, you know, not being a cabinet guy, it's a lot of fussing and fiddling. I'm going to turn the camera off while I cut this piece a little bit smaller again. You know, it's just repetitive. You've already seen me doing it. You don't need to see me do it 6 times. But I'll bring it back when I'm putting the drawer back in. Alright, I trimmed them down. Got this is the drawer rail. This is a spacer. Same on this side, drawer rail, spacer. Got adequate space up here for the drawer to slide in and out. Should be good to go. I got it maybe on this one here, get a little something on the top there so when I pull it out the drawer doesn't flop down, but the bottom and the middle should have been good. I should have, this is all glued in now, so I'm not going to muck around with it. It would be too much hassle. But yeah, I should have made these drawer slides a little bit smaller, thinner. But yeah, live and learn, man, live and learn. This is going to turn out a lot better. Well, not a lot better, but it's going to turn out better than this one from my mistake point of view. Which really my only mistake was I didn't make it deep enough so the drawers close all the way. I've definitely triple checked this one, so we're good. Alright, so let's pull the drawer back out, glue it up, and put some pins in it, and it should be good to go again. Alright, alright. I'm going to turn the camera off for the moment. Alright, got my rail glued in. A little too much glue, so I'm going to just give it a quick wipe off with a wet paper towel. Let me just set you down in your spot again. Blue paper towels are uber handy. Oh shit. Way too much glue. That's okay. We'll come back with the chisel and dump and clean it up. Okay, let's give it a quick measure and get a couple of brads in it. It's going to move you over here to a new spot. Yeah. Watching? Check the other side. When they're making YouTube videos, those guys aren't kidding that, you know, sure adds a lot of extra time to the video to be mucking around. Videoing it. Alright, should be good. Take the clamps off. Pull these little things out. Pull the bottom drawer out so glue doesn't drip on it. Alright, got my rail glued in. A little too much glue, so I'm going to just give it a quick wipe off with a wet paper towel. Let me just set you down in your spot again. These blue paper towels are uber handy. Oh, shit. Way too much glue. That's okay. We'll come back with the chisel and dump and clean it up. Okay, let's do it a quick measure and get a couple of brads in it. It's going to move you over here to a new spot. How's that? Oh, that's good. That's good. Alright, so from the top, take it from the top. 18 1/2. Alright, pretty good. Take the clamps off. Things out. Spacers. Pull the bottom drawer out so glue doesn't drip on it. Okay, so she's down on the little step stool thingy. I gotta get the tape measure and let me flip the screen around. I gotta get the tape measure and measure the width and depth, and then we'll cut it back. I'm probably just gonna use a piece of my scrap OSB. Good enough for this thing. We just do centimeters, 50 centimeters, because it's on the bottom of the tape measure, which is easier to work with. 50 centimeters, so let's write this down. So wide, 50 cm, long, 70. About 79, just to be safe. $79. Measure it one more time across just to be sure. 50. Yeah. 50. Sometimes centimeters is easier to work with. Let's go out and have a look at our wood outside. See if we can use a piece of scrap OSB without, having to cut into a nice piece of plywood or a new piece of plywood. Or I got a new sheet of OSB there, which I don't really want to use if I don't have to. So let's go outside and see what we got. I think I already see something that's usable. Put you down for a minute. So what I say, it's 79 deep, 50 wide. As long as it's 50 wide, that's all we need. 60. Oh, hey, whoa. Use this piece right here. Alright, let's drag her in. What we got, right? You don't have any smaller ones? No smaller ones. And the top half that we need is dry. Sweet! I'm sure if old Gary's looking out the window, he's looking out like, oh, I can't do it anymore. What are you doing, man? I remember that as a kid. Okay, let's clean the table up. Get the piece of wood on there. I'll leave the camera running. When I edit it, I'll just speed it up. Measure twice, cut twice. That's my motto. 79. A little bit smidgy shorter. We'll clean that up in post. I love that saying. You fix it in post. Here's the part where we make a lot of dust and a lot of noise. I'll put you over here on the table saw. Go visit the wife in the hospital later today. She's got a little bit of an issue going on. But I wanted to come out to the shop first. And I was just there for like 3 hours yesterday, so, you know, all I'm going to do is bring her a couple of boobly pops. She wants some slippers. And that's about it. She'll probably be in there for the weekend. It is what it is, guys. Oh, crap. That's good. Let's cut this end. We're good there, yeah, we're good there. Good there, yeah, we're good there. Pretty straight, man. Guys, let me just give you a quick rundown here. So this is my straight cutting jig for a circular saw. Saw runs in this part here. Edge of the saw butts up against here. Edge of the saw butts up against here, like I say. This is where your cutting line is, so wherever your pencil line is, you put this edge exactly on it, other than maybe compensating for the kerf of the blade, and then you're good to go. Beauty, beauty. Sweet. Sweet. Now we gotta glue it. Glue it, screw it. Except we're going to use brad nails, not glue, or not screws. Alright, let's this there. where's my little plane, man? All right, quick little sharpening of the of my little rabbit plane blade, block plane, whatever. Got a little jig that I bought at Lee Valley Tools, even though I hate the place, to guide the chisel blade and keep it at the same angle. And then all you do at that point, which is 30 degrees, that's what it suggests in the manual. So we're going to go with that. And then you just give her hell. I don't really know what grit this stone is. I assume it's probably medium. This is what I bought. I don't know if you guys can see that. Combination bench stone, medium grit synthetic stone, 400. Dual grit synthetic stone. That's this little blue one here. Blue and white one. See, blue on one side, white on the other. And I guess that's the part that's, whoops, sorry. I guess that's the part that's 325 and 1,000. Well, why would it be 325? I don't know. 400 medium grit synthetic. Honing solution. But in the instructions on the back, it says you can also use water. This little gauge thing here, useless. I'd like to get some better stones, but that's a big whatever right now. This is just a quick little sharpening. You could honestly stand here for an hour and do this, I bet. I've sharpened this chisel on the grinder, on the bench grinder. Oh, what a mess it made. Not like a mess to clean up, but like it just trashed my angle, and you know, you'd almost have to get a new one of these little blades to start over. Or just sit here like this for about an hour and do nothing but friggin' rub this. How's it looking? Could be better. It's getting the middle all right. It's not getting the edges very good. Although this thing just barely fits onto it. And I don't want to start, you know, going wonky on the thing. My back's getting achy from doing this, man. I think we're gonna call this good enough. Supposed to put any liquid on this little blue one here? Oh. I think if you got like about a 300, 600, 800, and 1,000, maybe a 1,500 or something like that, you'd probably be good for sharpening pretty much everything you need to sharpen. I think we're better. I'm going to leave it like that. Zoom you out a little bit, put this thing back together. Well, let's do the back a little bit while we're here. Need to tighten my clamp a bit. Yeah, it's actually looking alright. It's actually feeling sharp. Another thing you can do, if you're not sure if it's taking anything off, just put a Sharpie mark on there and, you know, it'll show you how much you're taking off or what area needs more than the other. I'm sure if we kept doing this for another couple hours, we'd have that angle looking spiffy and perfect again. But I'm not going to do that. Once you get the hang of moving the camera around, it's not too bad. Let's see if I stuck the blade out enough here. Oh, nope, needs a bit more. A little bit there now. Oh yeah. That's looking better. Make sure it just kind of, you know, take a little bit of that sharpness off. It makes a difference when you have a sharp plane. Looks good, looks good. Let's do the upper ones a bit. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. Perfect. No worries, no worries. Okay, you get the idea of me planing those little rails. I'm going to do the rest of them. I'm just going to turn the camera off because you don't need to see me do them all. I would just be fast forwarding it anyway, so why even bother wasting editing time doing that? Alright, so we got the edges taken down with our block plane so they're not so rudely sharp. Looks alright. And now we're going to put the back on. And we're just going to glue it and pin nail it. Where's our glue? Oh, there it is. Alright. Spread it around a little bit with our finger. That's a good fit, man. This is one of my better cutting jobs than I normally do. And you know what I mostly attribute it to? I took my time, didn't rush it. Well, a piece of OSB looks alright. Once the glue dries, it'll be fine. Here's another towel here. Couple have been through. Now, better going through my finger. Better to go through the wood than my finger, eh? Didn't I just say that? Ah, I was doing good too. Oh, where'd they go? What side were they on? Oh, right here. Yeah, right here. You bugger. And right here. A little bit of one right here. But it's okay. We'll fix it. I'm going to turn the camera off for a moment now. I gave him a couple of whacks with the hammer and cut him off with the side cutters. When I sand it, it'll grind it down. I'll make sure I give that a little bit of extra sanding. But yeah, top's on. Top is on. She's solid, man. She is solid. Alright. Let's flip it back up now. Alright, there you go, guys. Back's on. USB. No, OSB. Good enough. Just uses up my OSB. I'm happy. Got my rails in. Like I said, gave them a little plane. Just took down the harshness of the edges here a little bit. Let's put the drawers in to see how it looks. Alright. Then we'll put some faces on the drawers. That'll be our next project, which will probably be tomorrow. It's alright. I will say this one went a lot smoother than whoops, my other one did. Still could have cut those bottom rails a little bit thinner. Didn't really need to be 1.5 inches thick. Could have probably got away with 1/2 inch thick. But yeah, overall looks alright. Let me back you up a bit. Drawers slide nice and easy. Doesn't look too bad. It's as good as metal rails. Well, no, who are we joking? It's not as good as metal rails. But let me flip the camera around here. Yeah. It's not as good as metal rails, but whatever, it'll do. Well, I'm not cleaning up anything because I'm going to be back out here tomorrow, and I'm going to be making a big mess cutting the drawer faces and all that kind of crapola. I'm not going to use OSB for that. I've got some 1/2 inch plywood I'll use, and that'll get us by. Not sure what time it is, around 3. I'm going to go back in the house. I got to change my clothes, and I'm going to go visit the wife, and I got to stop at Home Hardware and return something I bought. But yeah, I got to get better on my endings too, not just abrupt endings. That's most of the time it was an abrupt ending because the battery died and I was almost done and I couldn't be bothered going to get another battery to properly end the video. I just just kind of died and left you hanging. Well, what happened, man? What happened? Oh God, I'm good. Couldn't be bothered. So this is my, we'll call it day 2, even though it's not really day 2 in a row. It's just part 2. Tomorrow will be part 3, making the drawer faces. And then probably part 4 will be sanding. Part 5 will be painting. And then part 6 will be putting some wheels on it. And part 7 will be, part 7 will be getting the tractor and bringing it back over to the shop. So we'll leave it for there. Hope you guys are having a coffee and just watching it for something to do. You're probably not learning anything. If you learned anything or got any ideas from how I did it, leave them in the comments, even though nobody comments on my videos. I wish they did. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm not probably doing it right. I'm not probably doing it wrong. I'm just doing it the way I want to do it. So, you know, there's no right or wrong to this kind of stuff. You get an idea and you run with it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you like. Give it a thumbs up. Helps, even though I'm not making any money off YouTube yet or anything. I don't even know if watching my videos have any ads in them. I doubt it. But yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. And that's the main thing.